Hello everyone, XRCream42 here, back in a new space and with a new engine for review. I'm excited for this one because this is a real oddball. The Folied Leader class by KR Models. Let's get into this. Look at that. So first things first, we've got a couple of different packs of accessories. We've got head coat discs and our NEM couplings. And then this I can assume is screw link couplings. The FEL and the GT3 just had like molded, not posable couplings, so I really like this change. We've got a little pamphlet detailing the history of the Leader. Such a fascinating locomotive. I love it when manufacturers include stuff like this. Hornby, Bachmann, more of this and less of just box blurbs, please. And then we've got an instruction page with a list of DCC functions on it. And on the other side is instructions for DCC fitting. Apparently the body is just clipped on, and for whatever reason the decoder is fitted to the underside of the board. I don't know why you would do that, honestly. But you know, you do what you do. Now let's break this guy open. He's got a nice heft to him, which I like. Ooh, nice shiny silvery finish. Look at him. All right. Now let's get him set up on the track and get a closer look. All right, there we go. The color grading isn't going to be the best, but at least we can actually see the front end of the engine now. There we go. Numerous separately fitted lamp brackets. Sprung buffers. And I'm having trouble telling if all these parts on the front bogie here are separately applied or not. But they stand out a lot better than the details on the FEL did. There we go. They've got the accurate bolted wheels. And each bogie is modeled on each side as it should be. Got the ladders. All the outside gear. Not a lot of definition to the doors on each side, though. Beautifully applied BR crest and running number. Lots of underframe detail. So let's get a look at this real quick. Wow, and most of that is separately applied too. That's lovely. There's a better look at those bolted wheels. Now if we look at the roof of the engine here, we've got the chimney, got some vents, got a lovely coal load there. I'm trying to figure out if that's molded plastic or if that's real coal. It might be molded plastic, but it looks really good. Got fans and other roof furniture. I'm by no means an expert on... I'm not an expert on this class by any means. Got a nice wire handrail there. I have to say, this is a good step up from the FEL. Let me see if I can catch a glimpse of the inside of the cab there. That riveting is exquisite. So far, it looks pretty accurate to the photos, to me at least. I'll have to see if I can get the body off so I can show y'all what is inside the cab, if anything. Give me a moment. So in terms of cab detail, it is unfortunately not a lot. We've got a seat and we got the accurate cab backer. But then on the front, all we've got is just the circuit board for the lighting. Which is a little kind of to be expected, honestly. But it's still a little bit disappointing that we didn't have more than that. Looking back in the model, we can see a big old motor with 2 flywheels. So I'm hoping this will perform well. We can get the body back on and break it in, and then I'll show you the performance test. Alright, we are trackside. Running in went with no issues. The engine growls a little bit as it runs, but it didn't derail or cut out or anything like that. It was a very reliable engine. So, let's show you the main performance test. Let's show you the slow speed. You see, the crawl here is excellent. I cannot fault this. The other thing you'll notice, it's got full working headlights. See? It's got working headlights. And if we go around to the other side, you'll see that there are tail lights as well, all working as it should. And those are fully directional as well. No interior lights though. And let's see how the torque does. Very good torque. Yes. Overall, a very good performer. And there's a good weight to it too, so it should be able to haul a fair amount. We've got my Pullman coaches all set up back there, so let's get this guy running with a train. Of course, you can do this very gently because it's got a really good slow speed and lots of torque. Oh, just 1 second. Coach is uncoupled. There we go. Alright, so my final thoughts on this engine. Performance gets a 4.5 out of 5. The main reason is that even though it can do a really good crawl and it's pretty smooth at all speed levels, the acceleration isn't totally smooth the whole way through. It's also a little bit growly. I'm used to modern engines being a bit noisy. If you think that's me being too picky, you can let me know in the comments. For detail, I would say it gets a 3.5 out of 5. And pretty much every detail I can spot in the photos is there, and the molding is of a far higher quality than on the Fell, but there's basically no cab interior to speak of, like a chair each, and that's it. Accessories, I'm going to say, are a 4 out of 5. The only thing it didn't include that pretty much everybody else includes these days is crew figures. Well, Hornby includes them. Akira Scale provide them separately, but like that's something that I think is starting to become a standard that this didn't include. The overall quality of it is that it's assembled pretty well, but I don't like the fact that the body is just a clip-on as opposed to being attached with screws. And again, the fact that it growls a little bit and there's a few parts on it that are plastic that probably should be metal, like the buffers, for instance, and the ladders. I would say the quality also gets a 3.5 out of 5. And value for money, I would say, is a 3 out of 5. There's not anything super egregious about this, about 185 pounds. But at the same time, you kind of do expect more with because of what other manufacturers have offered. So it's not a rip-off or anything, but it's also not any kind of fantastic bargain either. That'll be all for now. Have a good day. XRCoon42 signing off.